Hi everyone, and welcome to Two-Player Quest, where I help you on your quest to find the best two-player board games for you. In today's video, I have Ticket to Ride Europe, and now this is the 15th anniversary edition by Days of Wonder. In Ticket to Ride Europe, you build your tracks across Europe to gain points to win the game. But make sure you build your tracks quickly, or someone else might do it before you, and you will have to find another way to your destination. How does this game hold up after, 15 years, and is it still any good? Well, let's find out. Ticket to Ride Europe is a game for 2 to 5 players that plays in about 30 to 60 minutes. It's at a 1.87 on BoardGameGeek for complexity, so it's an easy game, and I would call it anywhere between medium to high luck. You have random card draws when it comes to routes, but there is some sort of strategy in there. You have possible card draws when it comes to trains, but again, you can also choose one of the open trains and know what you get, so anywhere between medium and high luck. This is what the board looks like at the start of a two-player game. So the board is completely empty except for our 2-player tokens that count the points. So we are currently playing with the red player and the pink player at the top. Here you have the open train cards and the closed deck. Here we have this player's hand of train cards, so that's 2 blacks and a red, and this player's possible route cards. So you start with 1 long route and 3 short routes, and you choose at least 2 of these routes that you want to keep. So having looked at these routes, we have decided on keeping Moscow to Angora and Madrid to Angora. We could keep more if we wanted to, but these other 2 cards don't necessarily fit in with the plan at the moment. So these are the places we want to go, so find those places on the map, and the map is sort of shown on the card. So in this case, Moscow to Angora is Moscow's at the top there, and Angora is at the bottom here. So we have to get from Angora to Moscow and build routes. So to do that, you need to build these colors. So gray is any color, green is specifically greens, and so on and so forth. Now you also have these spots, which are tunnels. Now tunnels, when you build them, you need to have 4 of the same color, as that's what you need to build any of these several routes in this case, and you need to pay possibly extra. So you grab the top 3 cards from the deck, and then you pay extra for every color that is the same color as the color you are building with, as well as locomotives. It is your goal to score as many points as possible. You can do this by either building routes, or you also gain points for building train tracks. So the longer the train tracks are, the more points you will get for building them. Now on your turn, you have 3 options or 3 actions you can do. You can draw cards, you can draw route cards, or you can build with the cards you have in your hand. So for example, one of my routes is Angora to Moscow. So I have 2 blacks in my hand. I choose to build this route because I believe this route to be important. And as I have built this route, nobody else can build that route. I pay the 2 black cards, and it is the next player's turn. When you choose to take train cards, you have 2 points to spend. Those 2 points can be used as such. Taking a normal colored card from the open cards is 1 point. Taking a random card from the stack is also 1 point. But taking a locomotive, which is a joker card, from the open trains is 2 points. So you could either take the locomotive, or you could choose to take, for example, this one, and then a new card would come up, and you can choose to take either another one from here, or another random, so that the other players don't see what you get, but you also don't know what you get. In this case, it was an orange. The last action you could do on your turn is taking new routes. So you take the top 3 cards of the route deck, and you can look at them and keep as many as you want with a minimum of 1. So sometimes they are routes you have already completed, sometimes you have not, and sometimes there are routes that you know you are never going to complete, but you just have to make do. So you choose one of these routes, the others go on the bottom of the pile, and you take it into your root deck. At the end of the game, the player with the most points wins. Teaching Ticket to Ride to new players is very easy. Even their BGG page says it can be done in under 5 minutes, and I completely agree. So a very easy game to learn and very easy to get started. If you're looking for an easy to explain, very replayable game, then this could be a good fit for you. Now, because it's partially strategy and partially luck, it's good for both experienced and inexperienced board gamers alike. And once you get to know the basic rules of this game, there are a lot of expansions that you can try that add just a slight twinge or just a slight bit of extra rules to the game, but also adds a great new theme to the game. So that's a lot of fun for people who like variety in games. So in general, if you're looking for a easy to bring to the table board game that's easy to explain, then this could be a great game for you. We really like Ticket to Ride. We have multiple versions of this game in our cupboard, multiple of the expansions, plus the original. Plus we had Europe to start with, the original Europe, but then we bought the 15th anniversary edition. So the original Europe is now at my parents' house. We have also bought this game for other people. So for example, for my grandparents, they also like to play this game. One of the things we really like about this game is that you can play it with experienced and inexperienced board gamers, as experience doesn't really help you that much in this game. It might help you with understanding the rules and thinking faster, but in general, it's not necessary. Gameplay-wise, we really like the fine line that you're playing between, am I getting more locomotives so that I know that I can build what I need to build, or do I need to build this quickly because someone else might take it? And that fine line is very interesting and very good to play with strategically. So we really like that. Now, if you're just buying Ticket to Ride Europe, we very much suggest getting the 1912 expansion, but that is already in Ticket to Ride Europe 15th edition, anniversary edition. So we didn't need to get that extra. So in general, we really like Ticket to Ride. I think everyone should have a version of Ticket to Ride, even if it's just one of the tiny versions like New York or London. Yeah. While this game works well at all player counts, as it's pretty much the same, I think it works best at 2 and 4, but it is doable at 3 and 5. Now with 2 and with 3, you only use one of the double lines on the board. So if there is a double line, you can only use one of them. Now with 2, that's okay, but with 3, that starts to get annoying to us. So we don't really like that very much. With 4, you get to use both. And with 5, you also get to use both, but there's more people fighting for those double lines. But with 5, there's a lot more chaos going on the board anyway, so do with that what you will. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching our review of Ticket to Ride Europe, the 15th anniversary edition. If you want to see another one of my videos, you can click up here. If you have any comments, feedback, or suggestions, you can put them down below, and I look forward to seeing you next time on 2 Player Quest.